Hi everyone! Are we now ready to add or subtract polynomials? If you're not yet ready, you may check the previous video because in the previous video, we're able to talk about which terms are like or unlike. As I have mentioned before, we can only add or subtract like terms. If they are unlike, then they stay as they are. Let me show to you the practice exercises or the practice exercise B found in our lesson number 2, which is concerned on the basic addition or subtraction of polynomials. So in number one, two, three, or 4, and 5, if you have been noticing these items here, they were actually just the terms that I have given you in the previous video. But in the previous video, we were not able to add or subtract them. We were just until identification of like or unlike terms. So for us to add this one, I'm also going to help you how to add properly. So first thing to consider is likeness of terms. So first, let us try to determine which terms are like. So let us use the same concern. Let us use probably circles, colored circles, or what you call ellipses, and probably colored boxes uh, with red color, just for us to differentiate which terms are like or unlike. If you're familiar with likeness of terms, you may not do this. But for general understanding, let me try to use this for better understanding. Let's proceed to number one. Number one, you have here, it's literal, let's again, likeness of terms or unlikeness of terms will only be determined by the literal coefficients. So let's identify the literal coefficients first. For the first term in number one, it's a, let me make it thicker, it's a squared. For the second term, it's also a squared. For the third term, it's a, and for the fourth term, it's a squared. Therefore, the like terms here are the first term. Okay, let's have that. The second term. hmm Let me make it here. Yeah. And a little bit here. And then the last term. The third term, since it's unlike, just for reference, let us place here a rectangle. Take note that when I boxed or encircled the terms, I always considered the signs before them because they may mean operation. They mean operations as a whole, but they may mean signs for the terms. So since we have this expression, let's try to add those expressions with the same shapes. You have 4a squared plus a squared and then plus negative 10a squared. In adding or subtraction of polynomials or terms, we are only going to use the numerical coefficients. Okay? Since it's a squared, our first result will also contain a squared. As to what is the numerical coefficient of this, it will be determined by the result of operating the numerical coefficients of the terms which are like. So you have here 4, and you have here 4, and followed plus the numerical coefficient of the second term is actually 1. So you have 4 plus 1, you already have 5. And then you have here plus negative 10. Again, let me repeat. 4 plus 1 plus negative 10. We skip the third term because again, it's unlike and we cannot operate it with it or combine or simplify it with it. So we have 4 plus 1 is 5 plus negative 10 is negative 5. Please review your integers for better reference. So you have here negative 5a squared. That is the result in adding all the green colored circular figures. And to complete this, since this doesn't have any partner, simply write it here, minus 10a. Take note that the sign or the operation before will remain as the sign here. So this is the result for number 1. Negative 5a squared minus 2a. However, there is a good question here. Can we or can we not combine the two remaining terms? The answer is actually no. Take a look at the little coefficient of the first term. The little coefficient of the first term is a squared. The little coefficient of the second term is a. Again, they are unlike, and as therefore, we cannot add them. Common mistake for some of you is, or some of us in general, is we still added or subtracted unlike terms. That is why the answers will always be incorrect. So for the final answer, this is it. This is the final answer, the combination or the simplified form for number one. Let's use that process for number two. But again, if you are comfortable with your own method, you may continue. I'm just showing this one for better understanding of likeness of terms. For number two, the first term is k. So let us use, 5k, wherein its little coefficient is k. Let us use circle for this. The second term is k to the power of 5. So it's unlike, let me use here this one. And then the third term is also k to the power of 5. So let us use here another box. And the last one is negative k. So let us use here another circle. This means that we can combine the first and the fourth term and the second and the third term because second and third terms has literal coefficients k squared. So again, this has k to the power of 1. This is k squared. This is k squared. And there's also k to the power of 1. That's why the first and the fourth terms are like, and then the second and the third terms are also like terms. So to combine that, this is what will happen. Let's use, by the way, it's up to you which we will use first, but of course, this is given here. Let me just use this one. So let us use only the numerical coefficient. 5 minus, again, there's 1 there. So 5 minus 1 will result to 4. For what? For k. And then combining the second and the third term. So you have here negative 1 plus 5. Negative 1 plus 5 is another 4. But what 4? Positive 4. This is the positive will become the sign positive or the plus sign plus 4, and then you're going to copy the like coefficient, the coefficients k squared. Again, this cannot be combined because this has k and this is k squared. So this is your final answer for number 3. Let's proceed to number 3. In number 3, you can see constants. So again, let's use a green circle for this constant here. Circular figure, not circle. This is also a constant here. Okay. This is a term with a little coefficient. So we will use here a rectangle. And then finally, we could also use the last as circle. Okay. Those are actually the results when we are going to determine likeness of terms. The next is for us to determine, okay, which are now can or which items can be added and which cannot be. As you can see, there are multiple green circular figures here, so we can combine them into one. This will become 8 plus negative 1 is 7. Again, 8 plus negative 1 is 7. And then minus 7, you will have here 0. And then you copy the remaining term. You will have here minus x. 0 minus x, since 0 is will not affect the whole value, so it's just here negative x. So the result is only a monomial here. This is our final answer. Okay. Number 4. In number 4, we started with mn. Again, they should go together. M and M a term with coefficients mn is not the same with only m or only n. They should go together. So if we're going to use here this one, okay, since this has m, so let's use red rectangle here. Again, you may or may not do this, but for reference, I am doing this now. Next is negative 3n. So it's unlike the first, so I cannot use here the colored green circular figure. But it's also unlike the second. So I will be using here another figure just for reference so that we will be guided with what to do. Let's use here triangle. Okay, you know, and then for the remaining term, mn, it's similar to the first. So I could use here a circle. Okay. And then I can only combine those with similar figures, which are the first and the fourth terms only. The second and the third term cannot be combined to either the first nor the neither to the first nor the last, and they cannot also be combined because they are different. They are coefficients. That's why they have different figures with different colors. So the final answer here, let me use blue, is the combination of this. So we will use again the numerical coefficients only. 3 minus 1 because it has a 1 here. So 3 minus 1 stands for 2mn. 2mn. And then since this second term cannot be combined to the other terms, even if to the third, so they stay as 3m, and the third will also stay as 3n. Again, we cannot combine them because this has mn, this has this has m, and this also n. So this is our final result. Let's have the last item, number 5. The first term has literal coefficients x squared, y squared. The second term has literal coefficients x squared but y. So this is not the same with the first term. Okay. The third term is xy, so it's not the same as the first term. And it's also not the same with the second term because the second term has x squared, but this one only has x to the power of 1. So let's use another figure with another color just for us to represent unlike this. Let me include, yeah. And the last term is also unlike the first, unlike the second, and unlike the third. So let's use here another figure just for differentiation. Let's use pink. Okay. Please observe what happened to number 5. Since none of those terms are like to each other, we cannot combine any of them. So the final answer is the given itself. 5x squared y squared plus 2xy minus 5, x squared y rather, minus 5xy and minus xy cubed. None of the terms can be combined. They stay as they are. Do not force to combine unlike terms. Only combine like terms. So these are the answers for practice exercise B for lesson number 2. So these are the basics in adding and subtracting polynomials. The next time we will meet again with another video, we're going to upgrade our learning. Thank you very much and see you soon. Bye-bye.